Hey y'all, good morning. Happy October 1st. This is Karen Sims. You know I'm on here. And this will be shared in a couple of places. So hello to my YouTube family, to those who follow and subscribe to my video blogs for Twisted Threads. If you're on our Facebook page, how our YouTube channel for Twisted Threads, you know how it does. You know how I do. I try my best to get on here and get some messages out to you. Good morning, Sam. Saw you in your blue. Love you, brother. Morning, Sheen, Kilo, Mr. Kilo. I wanted to get on this morning because it's October 1st. We got 3 more months, so you know I had to come on. So I want to talk a little bit to you all about bossing. Yes. So one of my friends and my producer, Kilo, is my producer for my videos, and I love it because I was like, okay, we're gonna launch season 2, and he asked me, he was like, well, who said it was a season 2? Guess what? I'm bossing. I get to say it's season 2. That's who said it was season 2. And I love it because I had a conversation with my sister this morning, and we were talking about being impactful where we are. And sometimes we think so small about the things that we do, about the people who we're around and the people who we've got the opportunity to influence. And it's a crazy thing. I'm going to turn off some sound here because, people like to be coming through when I'm on here. It's a crazy thing because I had a meeting that I facilitated at work, and it was for our unit, 35 people, my team and some other teams. We all get together and we talk about the things. And I talked about how one piece of something somebody was doing impacted me. One, because I'm a donor at the school that I work at, as well as my alma mater. And I love it when I get stuff where they got my name right. They know all of the places that I gave to. They're not naming no building after me because it's not that much money, but I'm a philanthropist. Yes, I am. Sometimes you got to give your own titles. Why? Because we bossing. When you bossing, you're not waiting for somebody to give you a title. You're going to give yourself a title. Hello. You going to make sure that it's not about now. Had a conversation because, look, I can't tell y'all all my business, but I had some challenges. And I'm like, well, should I talk this through? And I was talking with my sister, and she's like, how are things going in this area? And I said, it's great. And the other area, and it was great. So I shared with her that there was one area where it wasn't great, but I was. And, I had to explain that. I said, because I've been delivered from having to try to fix everybody. If I see somebody doing something that's detrimental to them, I want to be that mother with that kid who's about to touch the stove. And you like, I want to touch the stove. We can't deliver everybody. So I had a conversation with my dad, and, I'll tell my daughter's business. She got into a car accident, and my father called me, and he's like, your daughter got into a car accident. What you gonna do? Well, I prayed, thank the Lord, that she's safe. A car, we could get a new one, and it probably will be some challenges, but I've been delivered from also saving the day for my children. Why? Because God delivered me from bigger things than just a car being broke down. Like, if we are the Savior, what do we leave for him to do? So that's another thing. You got to boss up enough to say, I don't have to deliver everybody. Why? Because usually, I would always say this, and I say this about songwriters, I say it about doctors, I say it about a lot of people. A lot of times people in their own profession are usually not the most apt in it. So I would always wonder, how did Babyface not have a successful marriage? You done wrote songs for trillion and billions of years about love and marriage and all those things, and then you wind up in divorce court. Help me understand, because he shared a message, but he wasn't a practitioner all the time of every word that he said. Doctors do that as well. They say, oh, you gotta lose 10 pounds, and everything gonna be all right. Okay, you gonna lose 10 pounds with me? Because you need to lose 10 pounds too. No, you can't give advice. You gotta live this thing. And so I say that because me bossing is not taking anything away from God. Holy Spirit directs me every single day. Y'all know I'm a church girl. The marrow, they say the marrow of the bone, all the way in there. I love God. But I'm also mandated to love people, and I'm an encourager. And so yesterday I enjoyed the opportunity to encourage a mass of people. And one of my assistant directors was like, doesn't that wear you out? Like, that's a lot. I said, that's food to me. When I get an opportunity to share something that impacts somebody in a way that makes them feel positive about themselves. Now, look, I come with good messages sometimes, but there's always homework. And I say that in a sense of we should all be trying to do something better. Understand that bossing up, it's it's a privilege, but it also comes with a lot of responsibility. So it's not for everyone, but when we get to be a certain age, like we no longer are asking permission. Like here's the deal. The people who are under me, who report to me, when they want a vacation day, they have to request it. They have to say, can I take this day off? I don't request days. When I say, here's my schedule and this is how I'm going to work it out, I will not be here during these days. And so my email is a courtesy email, but I had to work to that level. It took me 20 years to get here, and all these years, okay, I've been doing this for 20 years. Why? Because it's long. It's a special gift to be able to do something for more than 1 decade, for more than 2 decades. I got my friend on here, Kilo. He been in the music business for, are we saying 30 years now? I feel like it's 30 years, bro. I think it's 30 years. That type of longevity where people are still playing his music, people are still looking to him for advice, is tiring. It is tiring. Understand that if you want to do that bossing thing, you're going to get tired, but you better find out a way to get some rest, sleep, do all of those things. Cousin, how are you? I'm down a couple of pounds. You know, she cute. 2-piece in 2020. They ain't ready. But I wanted to get on here because we're releasing season 2 for Twisted Threads and our Reflections of Purpose. We're coming back. And I had to take some time off. I had to take some time off to listen. I had to take some time off to recoup. I had to take some time off to kind of get those creative juices flowing. So, I'm on a couple of stages and working in a couple of projects because that's what feeds me. And when it comes to bossing, you got to understand that it's a process. It's not that everything is going to happen exactly the way that you are. I love it because one of my sisters launched, and I feel like it's been a month now, maybe 6 weeks. Nicole Whitfield, she launched a She's Transparent YouTube channel, Facebook page, same thing. And she's launching products. So like now she's selling stuff. I'm like, yes, girl, sister, you know I'm going to support. And so I share those things because many of you have projects and you're like, I don't know. Now look, all I could do is give the information and tell you I'm a strategist. I help people, do those things. I'm not going to do it for you, but we could work together and get that. I know, Kilo, I got you. Because I know he like, what? Okay, I got you. But there are certain things that when we come together, many of us are bonded in a different type of way. And so my sister that I talked to earlier today, she calls herself our triplet, because for those of you who don't know, I don't know how you miss it, I'm a twin. And so we got a couple of people who are like, I'm the triplet. And so this is one of the people who say she's a triplet. And I said to her, I thank God that we're bonded together, that the things that we say to each other, it's almost like declarations and you put things out into the atmosphere. And so we did that just in conversation. But I want to warn against when you're bossing. When you're bossing, be careful of what you speak. Because the universe is listening. God is listening. Holy Spirit, globally, regional, listening ears. And I don't know if, some of this. So this next portion, this is for my church folks. For the people who not church folk, y'all might not get mixed. You might get missed in this, but look, this spiritual warfare that goes on in our lives every single day, but we have a choice. We have a choice to be aware. And when you're bossing, you are aware. And the awareness comes with the fact of knowing that if I pray for favor, favor is going to override that attack from the enemy. Favor is going to override those messages that I hear inside my ears. My ears hear, and we say like natural ears and spiritual ears, your inner voice is speaking to you and telling you, you need to turn left, you need to turn right. And most people are like, no, God don't care what you wear. Yes, he does. She cute today, okay? He cared what I'm looking like when I walk out the house. Why? So that whoever need to find me, whoever needs to approach me, understands that I'm approachable. They understand that there is something more to this woman. Like, who is this? And I've had people say that to me, like, oh, wow, this. Oh, wow, that. Bossing. Staying on track because I ain't got a lot of time. Got to get to work. Season 2, Twisted Threads, Reflection of the Purpose. Here's the deal. Maybe you are not like me. You don't want to talk to people. You don't want to talk to video. I was watching Empire last week and that thing cracked me up. Now, I know all of y'all don't roll with it, but it was a scene where they had a YouTube sensation and she had like 4 million viewers, but she never spoke outside to anybody. I love it. Becky and the other girl, Boris's wife, Nicole. She was like, oh my gosh, I cracked up on that. But in this day and age, where everybody is able to be behind a camera, let's figure out how to be impactful face to face. We don't want to lose that. Why? Because people need love. I saw a report. I think it's Tamron Hall. She just came out with a new show. Look, I get fed from so many different people. She talked about how 75% of suicides are men. We're going to be talking about that in season 2. 75% of suicides are men. Every 20 minutes, a man takes his own life for whatever reason. Now, me being a mother of boys and lover of men, that's a problem for me. This queen is not going to stand here and just be like, oh, okay. So we need to figure out, how do we support our men in a world that's normalizing killing themselves more than focusing on good mental health? Come on now. They don't like that kind of preaching. I know. Bossing up means, as that time when you're bossing, you're taking care of not just yourself, because we're all into self-care. I had a whole 30 days, thanks to my sister Veronica Moore and her No Fear project. We did 30 days of self-care. 30 days of doing stuff for me. 30 days of, she had one day where we couldn't be on social media for a whole 24 hours. Nicole, I'm just talking about you. And she's transparent. Y'all go to YouTube channel. She's transparent, and go ahead and press like, and she gonna give you some short nuggets. Like, she don't be on there for a long time, but powerful stuff that my sister is doing. That's bossing. She decided it was something that she wanted to do. She followed the leading that God gave her and how to do it. And now she out there. What? She out there with me. Literally. I love it. And doing more. And she's got products coming. And so that's bossing. You make a decision to do it. You make a decision to say, by the end, we got 3 months. Today is the first day of the last quarter of the month. We got 3 months. You know what you could do in 3 months? That's why I keep coming on here, because some of y'all, I know summertime, y'all got lazy. Y'all was working on y'all tan and working on y'all boo things, and y'all was traveling. Now it's time. Come on, back to school. You know, I think the kids might have been out of school today and tomorrow, yesterday and today, whatever. Rosh Hashanah. Happy New Year to my Jewish family and to those who celebrate Rosh Hashanah. Look, that is, y'all better read up on that. I don't care what your religion is. Know what these New Years mean and what it is. But when we're bossing, we are creating opportunities. So what? There's not nobody inviting you to a podcast. Create one for your own. You know I'm here for it. That never happened to me before. Y'all know this is a good message when stuff is freezing up, but we keep on going, and that's bossing. Know that challenges are going to happen. I got some things on one of my businesses that I have to take some steps that I'd rather not. Be like, but I don't wanna. But I'm bossing, so I have to be like, oh, I don't want to do this today. I don't want to do that today. See, when you're bossing, you got to step over that feeling of I don't want to, and literally say, do it yourself. I had a conversation yesterday about do it yourself. You know, I'm here for collaboration, so I'm always like talking about how we can work together, how we can bring people together to do things, because maybe you're good in your lane and that person is good in their lane. But imagine the magic, and I won't call it magic, but that's the only other word I could think. Imagine the ooey gooiness that comes together when we collaborate together, when we support one another, when we tell our sister, I love your voice, I thank you, when we tell our brothers, especially when we're talking about making sure that our brothers are supported. And brothers, I need you to support each other, because y'all know y'all language better than us. We trying to learn it. We trying to figure out, okay, I can't say this. I can't say that way. Oh, he received this way. I didn't even mean it that way. You know, whatever that is. We trying to do that on this side, but we want to support you and walking through this world as kings. And so, I say it a little bit more often now, where it's like to call that kingship out of people. Because I think so many times we walk around in the world and people are down all the time, and there's not a lot of people to lift them up. Now, look, stay on my good side, because the girl sometimes, she flip flop. But I try to stay consistent with encouraging people. When I first came on here, I said the biggest thing for me bossing is that I no longer feel obligated to help somebody else's deliverance. I'm helping mine. So if they want to be delivered from stupidity, look, it's a thing. We need a whole deliverance session on stupidity. My children say being stupid is being rude. So when you are being stupid, you are being rude. Not on purpose in every time, but most people choose to make stupid choices. Now, I get it, that's probably not the Jesus thing to say, but he working on me daily, and I try to go to church every Sunday as one way, shape, or form. Why? So that I don't hurt nobody's feelings, because it will happen. But when you gain knowledge and are gaining knowledge, and always are in that place where you say, I don't know everything, then there's an opportunity for you to learn something. That's all. It's not even a big thing. If you just say, I don't know everything, and you give yourself an opportunity, learn, grow, learn, grow, learn, grow, learn, grow, then your capacity stretches. You get to have a season 1. You get to have a season 2. Happy birthday, Valerie. I know that September is over, but I know you're going to be celebrating for at least the next 3 weeks. So I love you so much. There's great things, projects, different things that I know we're doing, but look, now we got a boss. We've been trying to figure out, well, who's going to work with us? So we're praying for the connections to come. We're praying for the bonds to be infused. I'm trying to think the right word, for the bonds to be infused in our life, so that the producers come, so that the content comes, so that the money comes. Because all the stuff that we trying to do costs money somewhere. So you might be thinking, okay, I launched my YouTube channel. Now I need to figure out, how do I get money to support it? How do I do this? Look, the Lord will provide. And when you believe that, you walk different. Like service on Sunday, we were talking about being confident. The apostle was talking about being confident again in God's promise. And then, my Facebook came up with some memories of and I think it was from Treese, and she had a statement where it was saying, dreams that died, prophesied to them again so that they'll live again. And so there are things in our lives that, because years have passed, we think, oh, well, it's not going to happen. Y'all know how I feel about marriage, and, Lord sent them. Hallelujah. See, maybe y'all ain't praying right. Are y'all really praying for your sister? Like, Lord, send him and let her be ready for him. Maybe y'all the ones I need to be talking to anyway, but I'm talking to him strongly. But it's years of waiting for the right person to enter my life, and, that I think tolerate is the right word, be inclusive of. So I could be more inclusive of the gentleman that the Lord will bring into my life, and that king who will, lead me into places that we will build and grow together. All that wonderful stuff. See, I can act right sometimes. Anyway, bless him, Lord, wherever he is. With all of those things, it then sometimes we get weary in our well-doing. Oh my goodness, it's been 5 years. Oh my goodness, it's been 10 years. Oh my goodness, I tried for that baby and I had a miscarriage. Now I'm getting deep right now. I know. Oh my goodness, I said yes to that man, and we got as far as the engagement, and then he fell off and something else happened. Like, well, it's real life stuff for me. Y'all know I use that. But I guess, sister, over 40 or 29 times 10. Or plus 10. It's an interesting thing, because one of the topics that I'll be talking about in season 2 is having staying power. Because many of us, if the job ain't right, we ain't staying. If the man ain't right, we ain't staying. If the woman ain't tight, we ain't staying. I'm going to put it just like that. Like, some of us, we don't try to execute staying power. If the church people don't act right, we ain't staying. But look, that diligence, that, when we're told, don't be weary in well-doing, for in due season. Guess what? If you don't have staying power, ain't no due season for you. Whoop! Felt that one too. Season 2. Look, I believe that the first one that we are going to be releasing, and it's going to be sometime this week, is called Lit Faith. Lit faith, because where we're going in this season 2, where we're going in, and y'all know, some of these videos I've released a few pounds ago, because your girl has lost some pounds, and my head is not big or not, but I'm healthy. So, that's all we're going to say on that. I'm healthy and cute. Ain't God good? Anyway, October 1st, last quarter, we got things that need to be done. Some of y'all, like I said, y'all done took the vacation. Y'all was all for the holidays. Y'all did everything y'all needed to do. Now it's time for us to get to work. It's time for us to, we got to do the hard stuff. I know nobody wants to say it. Nobody wants to do it. We got to do the hard stuff. And that means that people going to talk about you. That means people going to call you out your name. That means that people are going to say things that might make tears roll down your face. You let those tears roll, because each tear has a blessing attached to it. I no longer am afraid to cry. If somebody make me cry, and my emotions, because when I get angry I cry, when I'm happy I cry, when I'm sad I cry, I'm just a big old crybaby. When I'm grateful I cry. I just cry all the doggone time. But anyway, with all of that, every one of those tears God collects, and there's a blessing connected to it. And so then we get to figure out, yes, what areas we need to change in, what things are we gonna do. Certain things I could tell, especially grown men over 40, y'all a trip, because the first thing a dude will tell me as a single woman, I ain't changing. Okay, well then there's no room for me. Thank you so much for your time. Your parting gifts are to the left. We ain't got time for that. If you open to change, I'm here for it. But I say that I'm open to change because I got to make room for you. I got to make room for your dirty socks and for you not liking sugar on your grits. I got to make sure that it's cheese in your eggs. And I don't want no cheese. You might have ketchup and you want it on your eggs. That's blasphemy. What the word? But I got to be able to, I say, tolerate it, appreciate it, be inclusive with the fact that some of y'all eat ketchup on your eggs, and I'm gonna pray for you. Okay? That's all we're gonna say for that. Some of y'all want salt on your grits and not sugar. I'm gonna pray for y'all. See, everybody get prayed for. Everybody gets prayed for. Cry the tears, let the emotions out, write it down, speak it out. Get you a group of friends. I'm going to tell you something. In the past, it's been probably about 12 years now. God has blessed me with some of the most amazing women that I have ever met in, I don't know where they at, in the entire world. Some of them I call family. Some of them have become family because of what they endure, because of what they have overcome, because of what they helped me celebrate. And those relationships are still growing. If you don't have a sisterhood, I need you to know we're going to be having some sessions on that. We're going to be talking about how to create sisterhood. And I'm thinking about bringing in some brothers to talk about creating brotherhood as well, because we can't just let our men die. We can't just let them, be out here every 20 minutes a man commits suicide. I'm going to say that again because that's important. Every 20 minutes a man commits suicide. That's globally. Every 20 minutes a man says, I'm tired of this life. I'm tired of living. How mind-blowing is that? A man commits suicide every 20 minutes. We got to be more helpful to our brothers. We got to be more supportive, and we're going to work on that episode for teaching how to create brotherhood, teaching how to create sisterhood. Season 2 is fire, okay? We about to continue to be in the lab with getting these messages out. If y'all not subscribed to the YouTube channel, I don't know, because I don't always come and put it on Facebook. But for those who are faithful subscribers, y'all know as soon as the video drop, you get the email. It lets you know. It'll go to your phone if you got the app. All those things together. Look, I'm checking my time. Yeah, I got to go to work somewhere. They pay me. That's how I finance all of this stuff. Understand this. When you think of your job in the sense of God has given me an opportunity that my job finances the rest of my life. And I know a lot of times we're like, well, I go to work so I pay bills. My job finances the rest of my life. So if that one thing is taking care of that, then there's another thing that's taking care of something else, and there's another thing that's taking care of something else, and God has given me strategy for that. If you sit still and listen and pray, meditate. I know that I have people of all religions on my Facebook page. Pray and listen. Don't just say amen. If you are not listening at the end of your prayer, you are going to miss valuable steps, and then you're going to pray the same prayer and be like, Lord, I ain't hear you the last time. Well, if you sit down somewhere, all right, y'all send an offering. I'll drop my Cash App. I think it's KA Sims 5. There's another one, PayPal. That's like Boss Lady, KA Sims Boss Lady, something like that. You know, I always got to wait for folks to get cash to me because that's my entire love language. Yes, cash is my love language. You know, judge me if you want to. I ain't paying attention. So that's another thing with bossing. Pay attention to what direction you're giving. The direction that other people want to give you. If it's not confirmation, sometimes you got to shut it down. You know, please and thank you. Thank you so much for talking to me. Please, pardon gifts to the left. That's, you know, if they tell you can't do it, that's it. I love you, Val. I know it's more projects. I thank God for you. I thank God for all of y'all because I told my sister this morning, actually, most of my conversations with my friends ends in prayer. It just is what it is. It's who I am. We could be talking about anything. And it is going to go into prayer. You know, that's all I'm going to say on that. I mean, my girlfriend won't mind, but, you know, sometimes I know she was going into surgery and, you know, they had their last night together. And so I prayed for their last night together. That's all we're going to say. Married people do married things. And so, you know, I pray for grown folks and how we get down. But yes, if you having situations in your sex life, I'm that friend. I'm going to pray for that area too. Sure am. Yep, I'm her. And we prayed and it was talking about that sisterhood and that bond and also the fact that there are things that we need to do. So I'm off topic now. I love y'all. About to get to work. Look, we got work to do. And I know that I've been silent. I don't apologize for it because it was necessary. I'm telling you that in this next season, we got 3 months to the end of the year. 2020 is going to be so lit. Why? Why is 2020 going to be so lit? Because we plan for it. Because I'm all for me. And so if you do the same thing, you got 3 months to plan to say, what do you want 2020 to be? Well, in July, I'm going to be on a beach somewhere in a 2-piece. That means I'm working on that thing now. Pushing those plates back. I'm drinking my green juice and my smoothie. You know, I'm getting to the gym. Hey! All of that stuff. She ain't going to know how to act. But I love you all. And this is why I do this. Some of y'all get on my nerves. You know, I say that out loud. But I thank you for getting on my nerves because if you didn't, then I wouldn't be motivated with some of the messages that I have. And I share the experiences that I have. In 2020, we're going to grow the life coaching and there's going to be some more on the road situations going on and facilitating workshops and different things of that nature because it's time. Like the wisdom that I've been allowed to retain, to gain and retain, it's not just mine alone. And so I try to share it. I try to be a vessel as much as possible. Know this. I am not the only one. I am not the only one. And so that's why I'm so passionate about getting these messages out to you. Yes, 2Ps. Come on, cousin. You know we come through. That's what it's going to be. And that's what I always wanted to do. And then in my mind, it was like, well, why can't I? There's no reason why. Who's in the way? Me. Who's in the way? You. I want to say to you, and then I'm going to get off of here, to you who are in your own way. Get out of your own way. Yes, I yelled at you. Yes, I raised my voice. Why? Get out of your own way. Lives are at stake. That's what my sister, Minister Kiana Cox-Jones, says all the time. What's at stake? Lives. People are dying. People are diminishing their light because they have nobody around them just to remind them, stay up. Like, I got dudes that, I've heard dudes say that all the time. And I'll be like, what that mean? And you know, dudes, they talk to each other a different way. Stay up, bro. That's a whole mood right there. It's a mood. Stay up. That's how I end this. Verge, love you. Thanks so much for pressing play and all that other stuff. It's an amazing time. You all have an amazing day. October 1st, season 2. We are getting it bossing. We're going to have a whole one on that. I know I gave you some snippets, but I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you. God is so good. How to boss up. That's all we're going to say for that. I love y'all. Make it an amazing day. You know it.